There's a box we all carry, tucked away in the corners of our minds, gathering dust beneath the weight of everyday life. Inside it, moments we thought we'd lost forever. A sunset that painted the sky in impossible colors. A rhythm that made us feel alive when everything else felt numb. A voice that whispered truths we weren't ready to hear. Tonight, we're opening that box together. Welcome to Vocal Dreams. I'm your guide through 10 stories, 10 songs that trace the arc of a single eternal evening. From the moment the sun begins its descent to that defiant glow on the horizon that refuses to fade, this is a journey through nostalgia, melancholy, and ultimately, hope. So find somewhere comfortable, let the world outside grow quiet, and let's begin where all great stories begin, with something we thought we'd lost.
Picture this. You're cleaning out an old closet. Your hands brush against cardboard, and you pull out a shoebox you don't remember storing. Inside, beneath yellowed photographs and concert tickets, there's a cassette tape. No case, just a strip of masking tape with handwriting you recognize but can't quite place. You hold it up to the light, and suddenly you're not in your apartment anymore. You're 25 again. The Rhodes piano is playing, someone's laughing between takes, and you remember, God, you remember, what it felt like when music could make time stand still. This is where our journey begins, with a melody that refuses to age, with a memory that never really left.
Found it in a shoebox, covered in the dust of years gone by. Label faded, handwriting I used to know. I press play, and suddenly I'm 25. The static hums like memory, a frequency I thought I'd lost. Notes unfold in sepia, and I'm counting what it cost. Every chord's a photograph, every silence someone's breath. The tape keeps turning, pulling me through the archive of what's left. Sunset jazz tape, playing low, colors bleeding into gold. I'm dancing with a ghost I know in a story I've retold. Sunset jazz tape, don't let go. Keep me wrapped in amber glow, where the light refuses to fade and the music never grows old. There's a solo I remember, somebody's fingers on the keys. It was reckless, it was tender, it was everything I'd never be. Now the hiss becomes the heartbeat of a moment I can't place. A sunset I didn't notice then, but now I see it on your face. Every chord's a photograph, every silence someone's breath. The tape keeps turning, pulling me through the archive of what's left. Sunset jazz tape, playing low, colors bleeding into gold. I'm dancing with the ghosts I know in a story half retold. Sunset jazz tape, 3. I can still hear you laughing between the takes. The world outside was moving fast, but in here, time just breaks.
Sunset jazz tape playing low, colors bleeding into gold. I'm dancing with the ghosts I know in a story half retold. Sunset jazz tape, don't let go. Keep me wrapped in amber glow, where the light refuses to fade and the music never grows old.
As the last notes of that old jazz tape fade, something shifts in the air around you. You step outside, and the sky is on fire. Not with destruction, with transformation. Rose bleeds into coral, coral surrenders to gold, and for this one perfect moment, you understand why poets spend their entire lives trying to capture what a sunset feels like. Because it's not just light, it's every emotion you've ever felt suspended in the atmosphere, waiting for you to finally see it. The horizon becomes a canvas, and you're dissolving into it. Every worry, every regret, every reason you've been holding yourself back, it's all melting into shades you can't even name. This is what happens when we stop running and start watching, when we let the world paint us with its light.
The sky splits open, not with violence, but with grace. Rose bleeds into coral, pain and warmth across my face. I stand still as color floods the edges of the world. Every cloud's a canvas, every moment. And I'm dissolved into shades I cannot name. The horizon's calling, nothing will ever be the same. Blood saturation, drowning in the dying light. Every shade of longing, turning darkness into bright. Blood saturation, hold me in this fading hour, where the earth meets heaven. I'm lost inside the power. The street lights hesitate, not ready for the night. And I'm
as the story gets retold. The clouds are burning slow, like embers in the sky. And for this one perfect moment, I forget to ask why. Blush saturation, drowning in the dying light. Every shade of longing, turning darkness into bright. Blush saturation, hold me in this fading hour, where the earth meets heaven, and I'm lost inside the power.
But beauty always demands something of us, doesn't it? As the colors begin to fade, a different kind of ache sets in. The kind that makes you pick up an instrument. The kind that makes you walk toward the water, even though you know it won't give you the answers you're looking for. There's a figure on the shoreline now, guitar in hand. Each note they play dissolves into the mist before it can reach you. And maybe that's the point. Some things aren't meant to be heard clearly. Some things are meant to echo forever, just out of reach. This is the sound of searching, of sending your questions into the void and learning to live with the silence that returns. Listen closely. That reverb isn't just an effect, it's the space between who you are and who you thought you'd be.
I walk the shoreline where the signal meets the tide. My amplifier's humming like a ghost I left inside. Each note I play dissolves before it reaches solid ground. The water takes the echo and returns it without sound. Fog is rolling in now, covering what I used to see. My guitar speaks in riddles about who I'll never be. There's a pier out in the distance where the reverb goes to die. I'm sending all my questions to the place where sea meets sky. And I'm drifting on the frequency of loss. Every wave that breaks reminds me what it costs. Fender reverb drift, carrying me out to nowhere. Every note's a ship, disappearing into thin air. Fender reverb drift, I'm following the sound of leaving where the water meets the rift, and I'm finally done believing.
played this song for someone who doesn't hear it anymore. Now I play it for the ocean and the memory of the shore. And I'm drifting on the frequency of loss. Every wave that breaks reminds me what it costs. Fender Reaver drift, carrying me out to nowhere. Every note's a ship, disappearing into thin air. Fender Reaver drift, I'm following the sound of leaving, where the water meets the rift, and I'm finally done believing. They say sound travels faster in water, but I think it just travels farther, away from where you need it most. Fender Reaver drift, carrying me out to nowhere. Every note's a ship, disappearing into thin air. Fender Reaver drift, I'm following the sound of leaving, where the water meets the rift, and I'm finally done believing.
But just when the melancholy threatens to pull us under, something miraculous happens. The air changes. It grows warmer, sweeter, and you realize you're not drowning, you're being held. The tropics arrive not as a place, but as a feeling, a frequency of peace that your body recognizes before your mind does. The steel pan rings out, and suddenly every tense muscle in your shoulders begins to soften. Every racing thought slows to the rhythm of the waves. This is what healing sounds like. Not dramatic, not loud, just gentle, persistent, and impossibly kind. You've been running for so long. Maybe it's time to let the island find you, to let the golden glow settle into your bones and remind you what it feels like to simply be.
The heat is slowing down now, as the evening starts to breathe. Palm shadows on the shoreline, dancing patterns at my feet.
voice carries a melody I swear I've heard before. Something ancient, something easy, washing up along the shore. And I'm floating on a frequency of peace, where the world stops rushing and the struggles finally cease. Steel pan glow, washing over weary bones, every note a remedy for a soul that's far from home. Steel pan glow, feel it settling inside, where the tropics meet the spirit and there's nowhere left to hide. I came here chasing nothing, just escaping something else. But the island doesn't judge you, it just helps you find yourself. There's wisdom in the warmth here, in the way the sunlight falls. How the steel pan tells a story without using words at all. And I'm floating on a frequency of peace, where the world stops rushing and the struggles finally cease. Steel pan glow, washing over weary bones, every note a remedy for a soul that's far from home. Steel pan glow, feel it settling inside, where the tropics meet the spirit and there's nowhere left to hide. The meadow sings like water, the water sounds like steel, and somewhere in between them, I remember how to feel. Not thinking, just receiving, not searching, just aware. The island gives its blessing through the music in the air. Steel pan glow, washing over weary bones, every note a remedy for a soul that's far from home. Steel pan glow, feel it settling inside, where the tropics meet the spirit and there's nowhere left to hide.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
And now, Now something shifts in your chest. It starts as a flutter, then a pulse, then a rhythm you can't ignore. Your feet begin to move, not because anyone's watching, not because you know the steps, but because the ocean is setting the tempo and your body remembers this dance, even if your mind forgot. This is what it looks like when loneliness transforms into freedom, when being alone becomes a choice instead of a sentence. The beach becomes your ballroom, the stars become your spotlight, and every wave that crashes is applause for the courage it took to keep moving. You're not running away anymore, you're dancing toward something, and for the first time in a long time, you're smiling.
I'm dancing with the tide now, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The waves know how to lead me down this solitary track. My footprints in the sand line keep time with something old, a rhythm that the oceans kept since stories went untold. The moon is on the water like a spotlight just for me, and every wave's a partner in this coastal symphony. My shadow moves beside me across the silver shore. We're spinning to a heartbeat that I've been searching for, and the rhythm never lies when the ocean sets the pace. I'm moving with the universe in this soft-kissed space. Swung surf beat pulling me across the sand. Every step's a heartbeat that the shoreline understands. Swung surf beat dancing solo, but I'm free, where the rhythm meets the water and the water moves through me. There's no one here to watch me make a fool beneath the stars, but the ocean's the best audience for showing all your scars. I'm laughing at the loneliness that brought me to this place, because the waves are teaching me a different kind of grace, and the rhythm never lies when the ocean sets the pace. I'm moving with the universe in this soft-kissed space. Swung surf beat pulling me across the sand. Every step's a heartbeat that the shoreline understands. Swung surf beat dancing solo, but I'm free, where the rhythm meets the water and the water moves through me. One wave crashes, I step left, another rolls, I spin around. The beach becomes a ballroom floor, my feet don't touch the ground. The salt air is the spotlight, the stars are holding time, and I'm the only dancer in this swung and swaying round. Swung surf beat pulling me across the sand. Every step's a heartbeat that the shoreline understands. Swung surf beat dancing solo, but I'm free, where the rhythm meets the water and the water moves through me.
But the dance eventually slows. Your breath returns to normal. And as you stand there, chest heaving, you notice something in the distance. A lighthouse, a highway, the edge of the world. Someone pulls a harmonica from their pocket, and when they play, the sound carries across miles of coastline, telling stories that words never could. This is the music of travelers, of people who've seen both coasts and still haven't found what they're looking for. But maybe that's not the point anymore. Maybe the point is the vastness itself, the reminder that we're small, that our pain is small, that somewhere beyond the fog, the Pacific continues its ancient conversation with the shore, and we're lucky, so damn lucky, to be here to hear it.
I stood where the highway meets the endless western edge, where the cliffs drop into forever and the fog clings to the ledge. My harmonica knows secrets that my voice could never tell, about the miles I've traveled and the ones I know too well. The coastline curves like memory, disappearing into gray. Each bend reveals another truth I wasn't meant to say. So I let the metal reed speak what my heart cannot confess. The Pacific holds the answer to this lonesome restlessness. And the wind carries the sound across the rocks and waves. Every note's a monument to all I couldn't say. Coastal harp singing tales the ocean already knows. Every bend and every breath where the wild Pacific flows. Coastal harp ringing through the mist and morning light, painting all the vastness that I carry deep inside. There's a lighthouse in the distance, blinking like a tired eye. Been warning ships for decades about the rocks where dreams can die. But I'm not looking for salvation, just a place to let it breathe. This ache that lives inside my chest, like the tides that never leave. And the wind carries the sound across the rocks and waves. Every note's a monument to all I couldn't say. Coastal harp singing tales the ocean already knows. Every bend and every breath where the wild Pacific flows. Coastal harp ringing through the mist and morning light, painting all the vastness that I carry deep inside. They say you can hear the ocean in a shell, but I hear it in every note I blow. The distance between where I am and where I'll never go. singing tales the ocean already knows. Every bend and every breath where the wild Pacific flows.
As night fully descends, something strange happens. Time bends. You blink, and suddenly you're not sure if a minute has passed or an hour. The stars seem closer, or maybe you're farther out. The line between thought and sound begins to blur, and you wonder if you're hearing music or if you've become music. This is the threshold, the place where the conscious mind lets go and something deeper takes over, where echoes don't just repeat, they transform, where every delay is a doorway into a different version of this moment. Don't fight it. Let the cosmic drift take you. Some journeys require us to lose ourselves completely before we can find our way back. Are you ready to float?
Yesterday, and both feel like today, and I'm dissolving into frequencies of light, where the echoes never fade and nothing feels quite right. Cosmic delay drift, taking me beyond the every sound's a spaceship, and I'm floating through cosmic delay drift, where the timeline falls apart, and the universe is singing through the chambers of my heart. I'm watching myself watching. From a distance I can't measure. The stars are getting closer, or I'm getting farther out. There's a frequency between thoughts where the silence speaks in colors, and the darkness isn't empty. It's just waiting to be loud. And I'm dissolving into frequencies of light, where the echoes never fade and nothing feels
the pattern emerges. Wave in, wave out. Memory arrives, memory dissolves. You've been here before, not literally, but emotionally. You've felt this exact ache in 100 different forms. The same face keeps appearing on the water's surface, no matter how many times the tide erases it. This is the loop we all live in, the cycle of remembering and trying to forget, of letting go and holding on. And maybe, just maybe, the point isn't to break the cycle. Maybe the point is to find peace within it, to accept that some people, some moments, some losses, they're woven into our rhythm forever. The waves aren't punishing you, they're just showing you the truth again and again and again.
The wave comes in, the wave goes out, the same shape twice without a doubt. It brings your face, then takes it back. A memory loop I can't unpack. I stand and watch the pattern hold, the same story 1,000 times told. Your voice arrives on every crest, then disappears into the rest. Again, 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 the ocean never forgets. Again, 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 I'm drowning in what's left. Wave blue memory, pulling you back to shore. I've seen this scene a million times, and I'll see a million more. Wave blue memory, circular and true. Every seventh wave brings me back to you. The tide is trapped in what it knows. It comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. And so am I, caught in the rhythm of seeing you leave and seeing you risen. The pattern holds me like a prayer. I know you're gone, but you're everywhere. In every wash across the sand, I feel the ghost of your hand. Again, 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 the ocean never forgets. Again, 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 I'm drowning in what's left. Wave loop memory, pulling you back to shore. I've seen this scene a million times, and I'll see a million more. Wave loop memory, circular and true. Every seventh wave brings me back to you.
But then, something shifts in the atmosphere. You feel it before you see it. A coolness in the air, a change in the light, and then the first drop falls. Rain on a beach is a strange mercy. It washes away footprints, blurs the boundaries between ocean and sky, and if you let it, it can wash away everything you've been carrying that was never yours to hold. Stand here, in the downpour. Let it soak through your clothes, your skin, your excuses. Let every drop be a small forgiveness for what you did, for what you didn't do, for all the ways you've been human and imperfect and trying. The rain doesn't judge, it just cleanses. And when it's done, the shore will gleam like new, like a canvas waiting for you to begin again.
The rain arrives like mercy, washing footprints from the sand. Everything I meant to say slips gently through my hands. The shore becomes a mirror, reflecting gray on gray, and all the words I carried here are melting away. I watch the drops hit water, creating circles that expand. Each ripple is a memory I'm learning to understand. The beach is soft and heavy, the sky hangs close and low, and I'm dissolving in the stillness of what I need to let go. The rain knows how to cleanse what words could never heal. It washes over everything until I start to feel. Rainy shoreline, washing the regret away. Every drop's forgiving what I couldn't say. Rainy shoreline, where the ocean meets the tears, turning all my heaviness into disappearing years. There's a pier out in the distance where we used to sit and wait. Now the rain is blurring edges between the present and the past. I'm standing in the downpour, letting everything come down. The salt and rain are mixing, and I'm finally letting drown. The sand is dark and gleaming like a canvas washed brand new, and I'm realizing slowly that I'm being washed clean too. Every regret's a raindrop that disappears in ocean foam, and this gray and gentle shoreline is teaching me to come back home. The rain knows how to cleanse what words could never heal. It washes over everything until I start to feel. Rainy shoreline, washing the regret away. Every drop's forgiving what I couldn't say. Rainy shoreline, where the ocean meets the tears, turning all my heaviness into disappearing years. I used to think the rain was sad, but now I understand. not about the crying, it's about the cleansing. Let it fall, let it wash, let it take what needs to go. Let the shoreline hold me while the healing rain slows. Rainy shoreline washing the regret away. Every drop's forgiving what I couldn't say. Rainy shoreline where the ocean meets the tears, turning all my heaviness into disappearing years. Thank you.
And then, through the rain, through the darkness, through every moment you thought you couldn't survive, you see it. There, on the horizon, a glow, a celebration, a party that's been happening this whole time, waiting for you to arrive. You've walked through nostalgia, you've danced with melancholy, you've let the rain wash you clean, and now, finally, you understand. The darkness couldn't hold you, the sadness couldn't keep you, because somewhere, always, the light was burning. This is not the end. This is the beginning of forever summer. This is the moment you realize that hope isn't something you find, it's something you become. The party's on the horizon, and you're finally ready to run toward it.
I've been walking through the darkness with my eyes fixed on the glow. There's a party on the skyline and it's calling me to go. The shadows tried to keep me in the places I had known, but I hear the music rising and I won't be held alone. Scare me, 'cause I know what's waiting there. A celebration that's been burning since before I learned to care. Every step brings me closer to the light that never dies, where the summer lasts forever underneath the electric skies. I can see it now, the colors breaking through the gray. I can hear it now, the laughter washing out away. Party refuses to lose life. Party horizon where the music never ends. I've been lost but now I'm dancing with the ghosts who became friends. And the darkness couldn't hold me 'cause the glow was always there. Party horizon calling, and I'm finally there. Can you see it? Can you feel it? We made it through. The party's just beginning. Oh, 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 oh. Can you see it? Can you feel we made it through? The party's just beginning.
And so our journey ends where all great stories must, with light breaking through. You've traveled through 10 songs, 10 memories, 10 versions of yourself you needed to meet again. From a dusty jazz tape to a celebration on the horizon, we've walked the shoreline of what it means to be human, to remember, to ache, to heal, and finally, to dance. But here's the beautiful secret. This journey doesn't have to end. These 10 songs are just the beginning. Over on our main channel, you'll find the extended instrumental version of this experience. 3 hours of uninterrupted lo-fi beach sunset atmosphere, perfect for working, studying, or simply existing in that golden hour state of mind. Thank you for walking this shoreline with me tonight, for opening that memory box, for letting the music tell you stories you needed to hear. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon. The party's always there, waiting, glowing, calling you home. This has been Vocal Dreams. Sweet dreams, travelers.